Today, we actually want to share with you not only one, not two, but three amazing underutilized strategies that we guarantee will enhance your Google Shopping ads performance. We spent countless hours testing these strategies, optimizing our own feeds and those of our top clients like Ovi, Crafted, Lamborghini Wine, and the results are seriously impressive. Let's dive right into it, starting with the first strategy, product feed duplication. Duplicating your product feed is a concept very similar to having diversified ad groups within search campaigns. You can have the same feed, but by duplicating and changing up the main attributes, title, description, you can actually quickly get out a product feed that is completely tailored to another audience and keyword theme. By duplicating your feed, you can actually customize each specific feed to target the goal of that specific campaign. For example, your prospecting campaigns, you can have lifestyle product images versus branded campaigns, which you might see better results from just regular product shots. What we're going to do is get Filippo to dive deeper into this technique along with an example so you guys understand this concept.
We search for the specific brand and you see that there are 8 out of 9 results that are covered by the brand. So this is the outcome that we want to have. And what you can see immediately is that they have different images. It seems like we're talking about different products. Well, that's not the case. You can already see from the price itself, which is the same. And if you dig deeper a little bit on the title, you will see that in the end of the day, this is the 14-day trial offer. And if we click on these results, you will see that every single time we click, we land on the exact same landing page. So here the thing is that they just played with the images, duplicated this product. Again, it's the same landing page, so they just duplicated that. And also, if we look into that, they changed a little bit the titles. So you see there's some different keywords here, like fresh food at the top, and then there is frozen there. Below we have high protein or something like that, real meat. Here we can see how effective this strategy can be also for prospecting. And here you see highlighted the results from a specific advertiser. Again, this is just one product. You can see the price is the same. But what this brand did is actually angle this product depending on users' needs, different angles, different searches. So we're talking about red light therapy pads here. You have on the left like the generic product, so that's simply the pad, and you see the image is like product neutral. And then you see other two variants basically of that. So both of them have lifestyle pictures, and they are suggesting you both with the images and with the titles that they are serving different goals. So the first one is solving your knee pain, and the second one is for your back pain. In that case, it says in the title a little bit below, but you can easily understand it from the image. So what they've done here, they went even a step further. So not only they duplicated the products, changed a little bit the images and the titles, but also in this case, they have different landing pages. If you click on the knee product, you will go to a page that again is all tailored about the knee pain and how this product can solve it for you. Same thing for the back one. Obviously, we need to have additional feeds in the merchant center, either just by adding static spreadsheets. Not great. You have to keep updating your prices, your availability, your URLs if you change them, or you can use advanced software such as Data Feedwatch, and you can just upload these new feeds in Google Merchant Center and you just instantly multiply your product listings.
As Filippo just mentioned, you just need to make sure you're not submitting the exact same set of attributes. Just avoid GTINs that are repeating each other. If you have them, just leave it on the original product. We are just playing by the rules while taking advantage of the system just to maximize reach. And you can achieve this either manually by creating spreadsheets for each product variant, which can be time consuming, or as Filippo mentioned briefly, you can leverage Data Feedwatch, which is a tool that we leverage in-house for our clients as well. Next up, we have another advanced strategy, and that is duplicating your entire GMC.
Bit of context here. This tactic is just working in the European economic area. So basically Europe and UK included. Google got a fine back in 2017 by the European institutions. Outcome of that is that in the European economic area, these comparison shopping services have been reintroduced. You can have multiple merchant centers. The thing is that when you have multiple merchant center, the situation doesn't get actually that complicated because you can still link multiple merchant centers to one Google Ads account. Basically duplicate campaigns because you're going to have the same, let's say, shopping campaign, one running with, let's say, Google and the other one with another CSS. All right, so let me show you an example here. You can see here common shopping ads listings. You can see this result is from a specific shop and is coming from Google. So the CSS here, the comparison shopping service, is Google. Only in the European economic area, you have this little buy something at the bottom. You don't have it in the US, you don't have it in Australia, Canada, etc. But if you scroll a little bit and for example, we check here, we could see that this goes actually to the same website, but is pushed to the actual page by another CSS. So the cool thing is that you never compete with yourself. So here is the official page from Google. So again, it's just something that the European Commission forced on Google. So Google is giving all the information in support, is giving you the information about the premium CSS that you can use. So here, interesting thing is that if you participate to the auction through different CSS, as you can see, let's say Google and another one, if you are, let's say you're first and another CSS of yours is second, still your CPC is calculated on the third. So you never compete with yourself. So that's very interesting. So it removes that possible drawback you might imagine from a logic perspective. So it's just a good opportunity. If you are advertising in the European economic area, you should definitely look into that. And let me show you a practical example we had with one of our clients. Here last year we implemented that, and within the same account we just started additional campaigns running towards the same products in the Google Ads account of the client. If we look at the overall data here, you would see that here we are indeed at the end of July when we launched the campaigns, and you can see the cost and the conversion. So as you can see, we were able to scale the cost and conversions together. So what happens when you use this strategy? So the goal here is scaling. Think about it. Basically, you have two entities that are very, very similar that could participate in the same auction. Just by using this tactic, ROAS is not what should increase, it's not your KPI when it comes to this strategy. The KPI is really scaling. So basically, you can scale at a constant ROAS.
Third point, bulk pricing. So we actually have a master file with all the attributes, notes, and links for each product attribute. We regularly update it with the latest Google changes, things of that nature. And one recent change is incredibly important, and it's been flying under the radar. And I'm talking about Google's bulk price attribute. It's a significant potential game changer for businesses selling products online. So let me break it down for you. Google's bulk price attribute allows online sellers to tell Google they have a tiered pricing model. So if you're selling products at a lower price for higher quantities, this attribute should be included in your feed.
Here we see an example of it. It's a pretty common case. You have a classic situation in which a product page is showing a base price, but then here in this case, they sell 50 pieces. If for 50 pieces, you have this price, and then of course the price is going lower and lower. What's happening here is that the higher the quantity, the lower the price per unit. So far, actually, Google was kind of lacking in communicating this situation to the users on shopping ads, because you had either the price cut note, let's say before was $25, now it's $20. You have that annotation, or you are using instead Google Merchant Center promotion, but those promotions need to happen at checkout. So for example, if you put 500 pieces in the cart, you will get an automated discount there. And that's also not the case because the discount is already on the page. And here you can see how basically it looks like. We have an example. So price for a quantity of 1 is 5 per unit. If you buy more than 10, it's 4 per unit. If you buy more than 50, it's 3 per unit. So simple thing, you just say, okay, the normal price is $5. So this is what you have already in your feed actually. So the base price. But then you could say, look, if you buy at least 10, then the price per unit becomes $4. If you buy at least 50, it becomes $3. So you can give all this information to Google, and Google will find a way to visualize it eventually as an annotation at the bottom of the ad if you expand, or even with something similar than Google Merchant Center promotion. We will see Google is always testing about it, and this is pretty new and underutilized. So the very cool thing here is that beyond whatever Google is going to do in terms of visualization of this higher pricing, is that Google will know that your pricing on the page is actually a little bit more enticing than your simple base price. So you could get benefit in terms of ranking, so positioning on the page, because obviously anything related to pricing is part of your ranking on shopping.
All right, guys, so these three things that we just covered are just a few of the highly advanced techniques that we concentrate on when actually optimizing for client Google shopping ads. We go in depth on a bunch of other stuff similar to this in our newsletter as well, including free tools that you can actually use to scale your e-commerce brand. You can find the link for this newsletter in the description. If you're an e-commerce brand, you're doing more than $1 million a year, and you want to know more about optimizing your Google shopping ads, contact us. We'd be more than happy to perform a free audit on your Google ad account and Google Merchant Center. There'll be a link in the description. It's completely free, and you can take the insights in-house or hire us to help maximize those ads that you're running on Google. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao.